Hello and welcome. Assuming that you have practiced the codes that we had learned in the previous video, I'm going to continue my lecture. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is open up Google Chrome, right click anywhere and select inspect. Okay. Now this will load up the developer tools by Chrome. Now do not worry about all these things. Just go to console. Okay, console. And in this console, you can type in the codes that we had learned in the previous video. Okay, so let me say console. Let me move my mouse here. Console.log. And let me say my first program. Let me close it. Close the bracket, and when I hit enter, you can see I get my first program as result. Okay, my first program as result. I'll say console.log and inside brackets and inside quotes, I'll say 100 by 50 and then close it. I'll hit enter to get 100 by 50 as result. I'll say console.log and inside brackets I'll say 100 divided by 50 without quotes to get 2 as result. Okay. Now using console we are executing the codes that we had learned in the previous video, correct? Now you don't have to understand what we are doing right now. Okay, you don't have to understand all these things that we are trying to do right now. But what we are doing is we are logging into the console. Okay, so console.log is nothing but logging into the console, and this is being logged to the console. So we are in the console now and we are logging to the console. Okay, all right. So instead of using an online compiler, you can also use the console of a browser to type in the codes and get the result. Alright, so here I can say 100 plus 1 and hit enter to get 101. I don't have to type console.log. I can say 100 divided by 3 to get 33.333 as result. Okay, so I can use this console to type in the data and get result. All right, so know about this. We'll talk about this in a much later lesson. Okay, for now I will close this and go to my online compiler to proceed with my video. Okay, now I want to type this. I want to type it's raining. Alright. So how do I do it? So I'll go to this compiler and I'll say console.log and let me use single quotes. Okay, let me use single quotes. I'll say it is raining. Alright, it is raining. So I've started with single quote and ended with single quote. Now when I try to run it, I get an error. That is because you see, I have started with a single quote and ended with a single quote. But then I have one more single quote here. Correct? One more single quote here. So what the compiler is assuming that is the word starts here and ends here. Okay, the word that we are trying to print starts here, ends here, and then it doesn't recognize all these things. Okay, it doesn't know what to do with all these things, and that is why it is giving this error. So then how do we get this as output? We want this as output, correct? So we have multiple ways. You can use double quotes and completely avoid the error. Okay, so let me run it and I get it's raining as output. So I could have used double quotes in the first place and could have avoided the error. But I want to use single quotes. And still I want to get the output. How do I do it? That is by using a backward slash. Okay, a backward slash behind or before this quote. Now let me run it to get it's raining as result. Okay, now backward slashes give special meaning to the character that comes after it. Okay, now backward slashes give special meaning to characters that come after it. Now backward slashes can also remove the special meaning of the characters that come after it. Okay, it has the power to give special meaning or to remove special meaning that of the character that comes after it. So you know we had used backward slash n in the previous video to insert a new line or insert data in a new line, correct? And we had used backward slash t to get a tab or multiple spaces. So there the backward slash gave special meaning to character n and character t. Okay, but here it is removing the special meaning that this quote has. Okay, so basically what we are saying is treat this quote as normal, all right, or remove the special meaning that this quote has, and that is by having a backward slash just before the quote. All right, so let me run it to get output. Okay, to get output. Now let us use this. What is this? Tick. Okay, let me use tick and run the program. So I get it's raining. So you can use ticks or double quotes to get output. But if you want to use single quotes, then you need to use backward slash to remove the special meaning. Okay. Now here is something for you to remember. If you want to print one backward slash, then you have to type two backward slashes. Okay, so when I run it, you can see I get only one backward slash as output. All right, so even though I have two backward slashes, I'm getting one as output here. All right, if I want two backward slashes as output, then I need to use four backward slashes here. Okay, so let me run it, and you can see I have two backward slashes as output. So this is one thing that you must remember. All right, so if you want one backward slash as result output, then use two backward slashes in console.log. All right, by having said that, here is an exercise for you. Okay, I want you to get this as output. So 1, 2 in single quotes, comma, in the next line a tab here, and then in double quotes 3, and then in the next line 2 tabs, 2 forward slashes, 4 here, and 2 backward slashes. Okay, so I want you to try this out and get an output. All right, there are multiple ways to get this, and I want you to try all of them. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and try it out, because in a few seconds I'll be showing you the answer to this task. Okay, so this is the code that you have to use, or you can use to get this as output. All right, so console.log and then this. So if you have a different answer than this, then it is absolutely wonderful. Okay, because as I said, you can get it in multiple ways. Alright, so that's it for this video. Go ahead and practice all the things that we had learnt in this video before moving to the next video. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.
Thank you.